Hello everybody, Deckner47 here, welcome to the stream. Sorry for being so quiet. I had to get the messages sent and it was taking a long time, it's kind of laggy today. Um, I really do think a part of that's just my computer getting old, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think I've used it a bit too much. But good news is, the new computer's on the way. I ordered one, and we should get it, hopefully before the end of the week, but I don't think it will be in time for any streams this week. But hey, that's okay. We still will have a new one for next week at least. Let me get Wildermyth up for you guys. Hello. We'll be doing this today, of course, because it is the Tuesday game. Um, pardon me. Yeah, let me get a drink real quick. My throat's been acting weird today. More so than usual. It's actually been acting weird before I started streaming, so. Alright. Let me get the game up for myself now. Let me see here. Okay. So we got some fights left to do, if I remember correctly. I do want to mention I ended up having some plans for today later on, so we may not actually finish Eluna the Moth. Now, these plans are way later on not way later, but they're way later on from now in the day, so we do still have a lot of time, but I'm going to have to stop at a specific time instead of my usual where I just kind of go however long I want to, so. The latest I think I can stop at is about 1:30. Like, I can go to about 1:30, I think, and then I'm gonna probably have to stop. It doesn't mean we can't finish it today, but it does make it a little bit trickier. Alright. Well, we've gotta give this thing its time to load, naturally. But I did actually start about on time. I wanted to start about 9:30, so I was about 5 minutes past the time I wanted to start, so I am going to give myself a mild pat on the back for that one. See, it's mild because I still missed it by 5 minutes. Is it? It is loading, though, right? Yeah, there it is. Okay, I was like, man, it's taking its dear sweet time. That's the one problem with Eluna and the Moth. I talked about it briefly, is that there's so many characters and, like, so much stuff going on that, like, it gets to be really, um, slowed down. Okay, what do we got? We got... They're exploring there. We have a fight here. The main story quest here. This guy's gonna end here. These guys are heading up here to fix this. We have a calamity incoming. We only have 9 LP. Okay. What do I want to do? Um... Let's see here. So Vixen, Raven, and Asian. Let me see. Who should I send down to walk with them? I guess I could send Elsie. They're about to do that mission, and it's may as well have a full team to do it with. Let's see. Denkin's going up there. Could send Fur down there. I think Elsie and Fur, maybe? Yeah, they can help with that. Elsie and Fur. Done. And then the other 3 can work on this. Nothing is going to be defeated by all of this, but we will have to set up new stuff. Alright, what is Msagi at 7? I think we could probably handle that. They're pretty powerful because we haven't stopped much of this stuff, but I do still think we can handle it. So, we'll give it a shot. You two can come in and help. enemies. Okay. Do I want to use up most of my LP for this? How much? We've got 2 spaces left, so we get 2 LP from each of those. Which will add us up to 4. So... And we might get 2 from that guy, so that's a total of 6. So we should get 6, so we should get it all back. Honestly, in that case, yeah, it's worth doing, because we really don't want these things. Mind Worm is annoying to deal with, and we especially don't want them to have extra abilities. Pardon me, guys. Sorry, my throat, like, again, my throat's been kind of off today, so I'm sorry. Alright. When we fight. Queen. Oh, shh. Owl. But love out the owls, huh? Gus survives against them in cold complaint. Crickle. And the quiet between Gus is gnawed at by night things. The wind. Whoosh. Yeah. Others have to be nearby, so... Ah, Trup. Kvee, kvee, kvee. Ah, crazy. Kind of, huh? You good now? Nah, but at least if I die, you'll be sad. That's a comfort. Anyway, if we're going to stay friends, we'll both have to keep surviving, right? Can't argue the logic. Well, makes an inestimable difference if we can go in aggressive. So, yeah? Yep, I gotcha. Courage and cunning or fortune stoicism? We'll go for left. I feel like left. Let me make sure. Yep, we're all good here. Okay. Alright, let's do this thing. Maybe. It's not responding, but give it a second. There we go. Ooh. We don't have a Blood Rage yet. Blood Rage can actually be fun. I don't usually like setting up my team, my characters based on taken damage, but Blood Rage is a fun one. Untouchable is good too, but I've not done a Blood Rage run, I don't think. No, I feel like I did, but it's been a bit, so I'm down to do another one. Stoicism and Fortitude. So we get Temp Health, and Graven and Zigzag get, also get Warding. So they get the Warding and the Temp Health. Nice. Wardrobe, Butler, Welding, Sommelier, Watchman, Spectic, and a Batch Beat. Gotta get rid of that Butler. Ow. Something just popped and it didn't feel great. Anyway, we really need to get rid of that Butler ASAP. So first things first, we hit him with that, and then we go for the Fallen Stars. There's that out of the way, Graben has done his turn, and he took out 2 guys again. This man is a machine. Oh wait, no, he's not. These are the machines. Yes, that was supposed to be a joke, and no, it was not a good one. But I never said my jokes were good. Just that I'm trying to make jokes. So, you know, that's that. Alright. Asian. Could definitely deal with the welding. gonna fire leash that over here. I got a stunt off too, nice. Alright, so he can light a fire. And he has Spirit Blade too, right? So Fire Lightning is a good thing on him. What do we have on Elsie? Is it broadsides? Okay. I've not been the biggest broadsides fan, but in the right circumstances, it can be really broken. I've seen it work pretty well with, I've seen it work pretty well before. You just have to have the right, circumstances. Alright. So I really do feel like you don't run into the right circumstances very often. When you... Let me see, sorry. In the main game, but hey. You never know, might happen. Alright, we'll just do a Guardian from pretty much everybody, and then except Athean, he'll move up a step. Alright, open that door. Who's opening that door? Elsie has no extra bonus actions, you do it. It's actually a swift action. Not bonus. Anyway. Semantics aside. The wardrobe over there. Taking that thing out would be nice. A little Ignite ought to do the trick. Oh ho, impressive. But can you survive this? The correct answer was no. Now that I don't have to worry about that. And next turn you can actually do something with that. It's wonderful. Now you have a... Was it a tier 2, I want to say? It's like a regular spear, and then you have... Maybe tier 1, I don't know. Alright, we'll get you Guardian in. Then we'll get... you up here. You can Shooting Star from here, but Falling Stars is better, so... Alright. Ah, there's the Watchman. What fun. I did not think he'd get close enough for me to do that. He walked into my, death trap. Which was definitely an option, but I don't know about it being a good one. So where beest the rest of it? Ah, there. That'll work. Raven makes most fights easy. Uh, Dude is a beast. Or star thing, not really a beast. Pardon me. And pardon the not responding. It'll work eventually. And never fear, soon with a new computer, hopefully, that is, it'll work a little bit better. Alright, what do you got? Spell counting. Tier 2. Well, that's what he has. And he's retiring at the end of this chapter? Oh, jeez, that's unfortunate. Not Graben, I need that guy. It's not changing anything on Zigzag, so I'm not against giving it to her. Like, it's not really necessary on all the others. So, Zigzag is not doing a whole lot right now anyway, so I don't I don't actually know if Blood Rage is based on potency or not. I don't remember. I looked right at it, but I didn't read it, so I don't know. It's a bit unfortunate that he's going to be retiring. Graven is kind of the most powerful character we have, but I don't think there's any way for us to, I don't know if there's any way for us to, 106 enemies, my gosh. Well, he actually hasn't had any of these done. Maybe I could get one of his, maybe he could get a hook done, I don't know. Because usually when a hook is done, right, it's a check mark, right? Yeah. Alright. Hides of 2. Very nice, very nice. Stunt chance up. Could be good for Cation, honestly. Dak's not bad either. Lots of people have... I want to give it... I know Cation already has an increased stunt chance, but if we can get the upgrade to Rogue on her, the stunt chance will be really good. Alright. They've almost prepared that area. I'll gather you 3 over here. Hey, withstood. Nice. Right, they'll take like a turn or two to finish. Yeah, there we go. Thanks, Cation. Glad to see you so upbeat. Okay, so who... Let's see, Cation's 4... Denkin is 2, and Gogva is... Okay. The Gillen, Jack, okay. We'll send in... Gogva. And then we'll have, Cation can start, I don't know, making some defenses. It's not really like it matters much right now, honestly. Ooh, lots of good stuff here. Very nice. And a cloak. Right, what do we got? Stunt chance again? Alright, alright. Who could use the stunt chance? I don't know. Which one has... Dinkin? Is it you? Yeah, you have... You could use it. Why not? We'll give it to you, Dinkin. And then, I guess you guys can go scout here. A Night Visitor's Song. What would you do, Timinia, if you found your heart racing at the thought of another? Someone you stood beside through danger and then... You mean someone not Dak? Well, it's terribly interesting to think about. I'm not sure my answer would suit you. Shh. Stop mumbling for a second. You hear that? Hushed voices and careful footfalls approach down the overgrown path. To Dinkin's ears, even these muffled noises are perfectly loud. Mama scuff. Come forward, strangers. If you're friendly, come forward slowly. Silence, perhaps a minute of it, is all the answer that emerges from a thick wall of brush. Then, "Oh, you dolt! They're not fooled by this, and I'm standing in ants. Yes, mistress, should I offer myself? Introduce us. We can hear you. Oh there. Oh? You look like experienced whatever you are. Bandits, rogues, not hunting for captives, I hope. Come on out of there. You're caught anyway. Well. Oh, move it, you fool. Anything's better than ants up my dress. Sorry, mistress, here, take my arm. A pair of travelers clambers free of the bracken, their clothing fine, but a tad filthy. Hello, strangers, I'm Avar, a servant and apprentice to this prestigious and lovely woman who... Well, perhaps you shouldn't use your real name? That's Lonson. Oops, she knows your name. And why wouldn't she? Lonson the Dream Chanter, poet and peerless singer. Impossible to turn away an ear when she's plucking strings, spinning yarns, deploying her famous vowels. Well, you don't seem like a threat. Come, sit by the fire. We're not in any kind of bad business. Terenia. By the fire sounds grand, mistress. The small camp settles a little awkwardly. Introductions go round. Shortly after, the Gellin can't help herself. She bends Lonson's ear. Makes me want to shake them all, honestly. The younger folks just don't appreciate artistry. Don't know the names of our treasured poets and performers. I got to listen to your performance of Glimmerstein and Vunfen. Masterful. You recited Tree of Looms and full page lists without rest. People still talk about it. Yes, I remember those days. I try not to miss them. Oh, mistress, you don't need to say it. I do, though. Just that nothing lasts forever. Bad fever took my lofty register for me, my volume. Performance is such a physical thing. Most forget that. I'm weak nowadays. I lean on him, my student. Oh, there. Mistress. I would love to show you that gift again, but it's gone now. Only the memory remains. Why not try a small song? Even if it's quiet, if it's just a shadow of you, we'd like it. I could try. It's been a few years now. Oh, we could see you at the apprentice's lot? We'll give it a shot. 69% is a pretty high percentage. Lonson the Dream Chanter pulls her instrument from its case. A hum collects in her throat, then ebbs, then rises, spilling between pitches, and stops. Don't strain yourself, mistress. It's a good night. I think I may have a few verses in me. First, she moves her fingers over the strings of the mandolute, great rings of sound, chords and twining threads. The melody hangs and wobbles and winds around the ear. It curls in the heart like an old dog returning. My father wrote this for me. It was my first song. Next, she begins to sing. I sit inside the wind, the moon looks down on me. The places that I've been all linger distantly. I'm here for you whenever you need me. I'm here to see that someday you don't. You find me in a tree, if a tree is there to find. Stand tall or on your knees, a tree will treat you kind. Though I'm here for you when you don't want me, I'm here for you and someday you do. Her voice is sheer as gauze. It yields to the slight sigh of a breeze. But it persists, trembling strong. It's beautiful. Suddenly, an unpleasant scrick closes her throat. She swallows, appears to be fighting a cough. Unshed tears are starbright in the firelight. Are you... mistress? But she shakes her head. Her fingers repair the halted tune. Now I live in smoke, the clouds and cliffs my bed. The weird and rippling water bends around your head. Night comes along like a stray with a song. Asks me to travel on, but I'll wait until you're sleeping. That was my father's lullaby. Your voice is remarkable. My life, I know, has been blessed. The night before the fight and at Pemdium Henge passes quietly. Nice. Not exactly what I would have wanted to get rid of, but I'll take it. I'm not going to complain. All heroes +2 damage / potency for 3 turns. Seeker, 2 Seekers, 2 Thrusk, a Nightmare, and a Scoria. And +2 foe cards on turn 3. Alright. The first step would probably be to just move that out of the way, honestly. So that we can walk through this area. There we go. Easy enough. Again, you can Silk Step. Dominia. Run up here and see if you can find anybody. No one visible. Get a Stalwart going and go for a Sentinel. Gorgvo, you can join her up here. Go and Guardian going. And I'll move Dak up here. Aha! That first enemy reveals himself. I did not realize that that was all of his movement. I thought that he could move up there and still do something, but he could not. Oh yeah, the Gelen has Susha now, doesn't she? Her setup is so bizarre that I kind of forget what she has sometimes. Wow, how did you hit the one... Never mind, that's fine. I'm confused, but it's fine. Punch him in the face. Oh right, I have... I keep forgetting I have that on him. I have, yeah. I have the ability on him. I need to give him... I need to use to interfuse with things. Well, at least he took him out all the same. Go ahead up here and kind of protect Dak, okay? And you can grab the discus. Might be able to take out a Susk with that. I did say might. There's a Nightmare over there. Oh hey, none of us got hit. Nice. Well, except Dak, but that's fine. Oh no. And there's more enemies coming. Alright, Dak. I need to interfuse with things before I forget again. Because you have... Vigor Flow. Ah, Quantifier does count. I figured it would. Nice. Alright, Mr. Nightmare. I've got a sentinel with your name on it. Grab your Guardian. Duncan will have you interfuse with the Mossy Stone and give yourself an attempt at hitting this guy with... yeah. With a discus. There we go. You actually did. I'm impressed. And we Silk Step with the Gelen. There's the bard up there. Taminia, you go up here and deal with these guys, because these guys seem most threatening. The Gillen. Please, pardon me, guys. See if we can't take out these two. He's... Duncan... No, we want to move Gogva first. Gogva, head up here. You have, yeah, you have Engage. You have exactly. I know you have Engage. Is that the only ability you got? Yes. Amongst spell skin, which is technically useful. And I need another thing to interfuse with. Well, I'm gonna move up there, so maybe I can move up a little and then interfuse. Interfusion with this rock. Alright. Um, Let me see. Wonderful. Let's try to take the U out. And then Duncan. From here, can you reach the guy? Yes, nice. Pull him down. Now, Discus unfortunately is not going to reach. But... the other people can. I get over here, we'll engage against him. In case he lives. Odds are looking good. Ow. Well, I guess I shouldn't engage with the guy when I'm using the character who has no magic defense. This is, in hindsight, a good point. Alright, I'll remember that. Hey, Dominia leveled up. What you got for me, Dominia? Oh, Vigilance upgraded. I really want Paladin on you, but Vigilance upgrade is worth it, so I'll grab that. Sentinel, Vigilance, and Paladin is what I really want on her. We're so close to having the setup I want. I don't think we're going to make it in this, though, because she needs, like, 2 more levels. And I don't think that's going to happen. Dreamless Cook. So it gives the ability to transport to interfused. Nice. Yeah, Asyn's not gonna want a new thing. I guess this could be better than the Summoning Ember Cook. Yeah, I don't really know what the setup for some of these characters is going to be. Uh, Dak and Asian I figured out, but like the other two are kinda up in the air. Alright. Find an item. Give Gogvo some time to get his health back. There we go. Nice. It was stood too. Okay, sweet. We end up getting extra LP for that. Alright. How are we doing on stuff? I haven't looked at our stuff in a bit. Oh, we're gonna have a good amount of stuff. Minus spell threads, but that's because we've used a lot of them. Potency up. That would be really good. That would be really good on Dak. Zagellin, Jenkin, for... I do believe, Blood Rage potency based? It is potency based. I believe, Engage's range is potency based. I think Broadswipes might also be. Yeah, it is. Let's see, get LC up 1. It's super good for Dak, but it might be better to give it to LC. How much does, that take to do a point? I would give him an additional target too, though. I'll give it to Dak. Okay. Nope. Nope. Yep, have him go. There we go. And then I guess just prepare extra defenses. Why not? They're gonna finish before you finish the defenses anyway. Yeah, I thought as much. I thought this was gonna be one where it just ended when you got there. The flickering signal had shown overhead just a few days prior, then it disappeared. I think we're close to where it was. That's the cliff like an upturned boot we were seeing, right up there. Here's something that might interest you. I reckon we were close. The Mothman's mark flashes a soft silver in the canyon light. He was here, and either he moved on, or something came and took him. Just then, another distant signal rises. What game are we playing? The journey begins anew. I meant to do this before, just I want to double check that we have everything, and we have. We do indeed have everything. Alright. Who do we want to send in here in case this is the final mission that just activates? It would be a good idea to send a few lower level characters, but also some higher ones. This is Graben's last mission, so we'll send him. Let's see. What level is Kishin at? 4? Dak's not a bad option. He's a little lower leveled. I send Zigson? Guess I could send in Zigson. Which one would be better, Zigson or Elsie? Elsie, probably. And Cation is 3. No, she's 4. The Gillen is also 4. Puts it in Gogvo, but I don't feel like he's going to be the most useful. Denkin, meh. Maybe I'll just send in another higher level character then. Send in Minya. Yeah, we'll go for spell threads. We'll go for the spell threads, and then Gogvo can prepare tier 3 defenses on his own. Alright. Might as well just make some defenses, I guess. I doubt this place will ever be attacked, but you never know. Alright, so it's a fight we get to choose. Nice. I don't like doing main story missions with infections, but okay. Ah, so it was like this. I thought so. The signal appears to be lowering as they come near, but it's not completely gone. Movement under us. Feel that? Hold up. Let's go together. Wait, Dak, the ground feels like it's full of bees, right? Just a little further. A low buzz fills the stones. Peering forward, they're startled at what they glimpse. There's... His harrowed face verges on unfamiliar. His clothes have run shabby and limp. Before they can even cry out... Whoom! Whoa, wait! A blast of wind and light rips into the sky. In its wake, only silence and drifting dust remain. You okay? He's gone. Is he running from us? Well, from that... Hard to tell if this will be the last mission or not. Usually it warns you, so maybe not. But this is an insane mission, so maybe. I'm not reading all this, but there's a lot of enemies. Suffice it to say, there's a lot. Defeat enemies or escape. I think escape is more likely, but... I mean, with Graven's assistance, we probably could take out a few of the enemies. But I seriously doubt we could do it without casualties. And I, for one, am not looking for casualties. Vigor flow, helpful as always. Asian? This guy's the most dangerous one here. And of course he blocked. Who would expect anything else? Step over here, get yourself stalwart going, and get your sentinel up. Elsie, pull out the bow and get a hit off. I don't know why that one seeker just moved like 2 feet and then paused, but okay. Dream trapping him would have been bad, so I'm glad you didn't get that off. And here we go. Actually might have a better chance of taking everyone out at this point. Dak, what do you got for me? Man, Misspell gives you potency. So you're just constantly getting more and more potency. Nice. It's unfortunate. I really thought you could reach one of them. You need a longer range for cone of fire. Alright, well I can infuse with one more thing, so I guess I can prep myself for next turn. I need to stop that Seeker because it might try to, Dream Trap. I'm gonna go for Sentinel because that's just going to be a lot better than the regular move. And Elsie's just here to exist. Can she take out this guy for me? That'd be nice. Nice. And she got the stunt. Well done. Alright. Nice dodge. Needed that. Unnice dodge. Did not want that. Oh good, more of them. Shredded through all of Elsie's armor there. Very great. Loved that. I'm betting on you, ACN. Thank you. That guy was annoying. Still one of the worst ones here. Alright, Dak, what do you got for us? Alright, walk over to this Seeker here. Grab yet another infusion. And punch this guy in the face. 25 with a stunt. Nice. Alright. Graben. Go for the shooting star. I was originally going to try to... My original idea was to run, because I figured that'd be easier, but I'm beginning to realize that maybe that's... that was wrong. Well, no reason to leave her over there alone. Ah, the nightmare. Wonderful. Oh gosh. Once he starts moving, he's gonna lose his mist meld, and that's gonna cause issues. Well, it was nice having all this in a fusion while we did. Alright. There's the nightmare. Hi, buddy old pal. Elsie, can you hit him? Yes. Excellent. Please do. Thank you. Is this way I can make sure I take out one of them? Well, at least I'll get my mess belt back a little. Oh. Sorry. Sorry. I got quiet there, guys. I'm sorry about that. I suddenly got hit by a wave of nausea. I don't know why. Just give me a second. Sorry about that, guys. I don't know what that was about. But it definitely was not fun. Alright. Boop this guy. Really don't know how many enemies are left. I'm sure there's still a few. I'm not sure which would be better, trying to take them all out or trying to run. Because we're making good progress on them, I feel like. But we're also right here at the end, so like, kind of feels like it would be a good thing to just get out of here. At least for Elsie, for sure. Still, good to know we could have done the. We could take them out if we wanted to. If and that was our desire. Yeah, I'm gonna get Elsie out of here. She's got, like, very little defenses compared to everyone. Well, Dak, she has more than, but let's not talk about that. Well, time to leave. But through a tense afternoon and then early night, they shake and shed their pursuers among blackening shadows. Dark, actionless hours pass, and they've circled back by morning. Seems those buggos up and left. Not sure what we can hope to find after they've come and gone, but I'm pretty curious myself. Do you think the Mothman ran away from me? I've never met him, but maybe my... Because of who your sister is? That'd be an unexpected dynamic, but I doubt it's the case. He was clearly their Croy. Hey, look at this. Kind of a campsite. His bandages stuffed in the rocks look used. I guess he bleeds red? Remains of a little fire. This old settlement would be easy to hide in. I wouldn't mind hunkering here for a quiet spell. But he's putting a big beacon over his head, right? Is he trying to hide? Surviving fireplace. Actually, here's his sigil. The mark looks withered, as if it was etched into the stonework long ago. However, the pit of the fireplace has been dug recently, filled again with haste. Left something for us? Oh, the Sphinxel did. Pass me that shovel. A moment's digging surfaces a small box from the shallow hole where it was pressed. It opens at a touch, and inside, it's a map. Must have realized he couldn't keep drawing all that attention. Smart of him, huh? Sphinxel didn't think to dig, I bet. I mean, it's so ordinary. Let's not trust it too completely. Just hope he made it where he wanted to go. Alright, so we do get to do a little bit more then, huh? Yeah, ready then? Is this open because I didn't fight the enemies, I guess? Right. Well, let's take him on then. Alright, who's going in? I mean, I could send just these guys. Let's see. Zixen and Gurkva would probably be good to get them some training in. Kashian, you didn't get to join in the last thing. You need someone else. I guess I could send to Minya. We're gonna hit that next set of calamities, unfortunately. I don't see a way out of that. But that is what it is, what it is. Out of the vein. Pouring out there. Lightning. You were right. Stormy, she says. I've come through here before. It's normal. Slumble. The way to the Iverpony homes follows dead roads, long washed to chalkstone, wheel cars, and memory. The uneven fields beyond this gorge get swampy, especially in summer. They wad around the elbows of hardy timberland like soaked blankets. There's this little cave, though. Yeah, there's probably not a crystal monster down there. Yeah, probably not. A quick look should be safe enough. On a first gust, the rain comes chasing them. The rocks slicken, fragrant, and dark. Perfect timing, right? Almost fateful timing. That's only a little... Oh, wait. How far back does it go? Goes further? Hold up for a bit. No animal smell. As they stoop out of the rain. Crack! Crack of rumble throats. Gale 8. The world gives a tectonic shudder, and from outside, obliterating the rain noise, comes the clatter smash of dropping rocks. Clash, bang, trickle. It's no time before they're buried in darkness, listening to the earth grumble and turn over. As things calm, gritty dust stings the eyes, stuffs the nose, smelling of fresh split stone. Suddenly a volatile environment. All good? Huh. Well, sort of, but good thing we were inside. Luckily, the lantern's not dead or wet. We're taking a longer look, I guess. I mean, a huge crystal scorpion feels like it's in the cards. Hey, it's smoked stone. Yeah? Yeah, the way forks. We got stairs here. They can't be fresh. And this is looks random, but some of the passage, cold draft from there, very cold. If it's stairs, then a warm hand will have carved them. I find that comforting. Careful, look under another rock, then you will find a snake. Leave all stones where they're stuck, and you'll never make a trail. Chilly passage, ancient stairs, or clear the entrance. Let's take the stairs. Putting up's probably stupid, huh? Fine, together. Edges crumble, but the steps mostly hold their shape. This time, the time is louder on the stairway than it seems anywhere else. Scuff by scrape, down they go, touch by touch by touch. Finally, the lanterns cast flies. Oh, he's probably guys. Finally, the lanterns cast flies out across an echoing hall. This writing. I wonder whose hand carved it. It's Snark, very old. I'm just ashamed to step here, or to put our garish light on it. A stone behemoth guards the shadows. Demut. Snark, god of rivers, wars, and rhyme, and also justice, and I think just general wisdom. And of marriages, right? Demut also showed up to ruin doomed marriages before they could begin. He was the enemy of all betrayers. Why don't we make gods like that anymore? How old do you suppose that book is? Oh, are we at that part? Guessing when books were born? That means it's time to go. Cassian bends for the book. It's been leaned unsacredly against the altar's foot, warping its spine. She opens it. Think they forgot about us? One word on the first page. Grenade. Snark. It's, you know how two or more casts of light that overlap become the same general radiance? That is Grenade. Your passion for the snark stuff is something I'm learning about right now. You're actually reading the language? Crack, rumble. Almost immediately as Cassian utters the word, the whole mountain seems to sigh and then starts sagging inward around the temple vault. Put it back! Yep. But replacing the book fails to halt the awful growing noise of collapse. Trumble, smash. Steps they came down are buried in a fast-growing boulder cloud. Sorry, did. Altogether, that'd be... Oh, except if this did once serve for the temple, it should have a through door. The Snark religion emphasized passage, the growing furnace of... Yeah, is this it? There is a stair. Crush, clash. Better than standing around to die. But how do I just leave? I'll never find such a place again, and what did it mean? Fickle, grumble, crumble, snick, grenade. Cassian, come on! Blam, strackle, bash. Up. Brack, ease. Reef, did I read Reef? Okay, whatever. I need to do better at that. Close call at the end. I'll remember that. But shame, because that place is probably buried forever, realistically. Yeah, but at least I grabbed what I could. Alright, well, there's daylight, they're saying, ahead. Seems we got lucky. Guess you really wanted that book, huh? Well, it's weird, Hey, you hear that? Water noise. They'll emerge from the buried crossroads in sight of Ivor Pony tomes, concealed from the cryptic silent eyes of waiting sitters with soul. Cassian gained temporary potency for this campaign. She'll lose it next campaign. Alright. And she got a book. This Nauticoria increases the hero's max infusions by 1 and allows non-mystics to infuse. I figured this could be fun to give to Gogvo, because he's got the spell stuff going. It's either that or it would be given to, I don't think any of our mystics really need it, actually. It doesn't help them. I mean, I guess it could go for 4, but I don't really... I think the torch is pretty good on him, so I'll give it to Gogvo. Let's try it out. Does get rid of his shield, but let's see what happens. Alrighty. Adjust my glasses. It's gonna take us up a minute. I guess I could take this opportunity to check Twitch real quick. I haven't done that yet. I'm sorry about you honest much, guys. I'm a little tired. I got in bed in time. It's just I didn't sleep well. So I'm tired because I didn't sleep well. Alright. Oh, we get stealth. Nice. Alright, 2 Seekers, 2 Thrusk, a Drassix, a Nightmare, a Scoria, a Bard, and a Dreaver. Right? Well, it's not a small amount of enemies, that's for sure. So Zigson needs to go out there and start getting attacked, basically. What's best plan here? Oh, there's the Bard. Okay, she can go for the bite. And then the Wolf Claw. And then she's gone. Like it never even happened. Taminia, you can run down here, activate Stalwart, and go for Sentinel. I guess Gogvo can attack. We could give him an infusion too. And can head down here, and I don't know where they're going to end up, so I don't know how close they'll get. It would be better to wait. Alright, Zigson. Move you down here because you need to get in a position where you can start taking damage. They have no idea where we are, even though Gogva is just standing out in the open. Well, they definitely know what Gogva is, anyway. Well, let me see. I don't want to engage the Bard. I could engage the Seeker, though. Without any magic resistance, the Bard's a bad idea. Keishian can't easily take out the one up there, so I'll send her down here. Let's leap to Minya so that she's got Sentinel going out here, and we'll send Denkin down here to be with the rest of them. Vixen. Move you over here and get your Guardian going. There we go. If they step too close, they're gonna be in trouble. Go, steps too close, he's gonna be in trouble. Good gosh, 4 damage in 1 hit. Really gotta be careful about that. Because that's the kind of hits that Zigson needs to take once and then not again, preferably. How do we want to go about this? I need to take this guy out, so see if Keishian can't handle that. When he knows you can. And that means this guy lost his Stridulation, which is very nice. Toss a Discus at this guy. Let me see. Could you go over here? I can use Compulsion on this guy. Interesting. Compulsion doesn't take you out of the Great Plane. Cool. Oh yeah, Drassix is here. Drassix sucks. Really don't like Drassix. Drassix is one of my all-time least favorite enemies. But here we are. Fighting against one anyway. Let's get a Zealous Leap up off over here, and probably just go for the Sentinel. Just go for the attack. Does much more damage. Well, maybe not much more, but it does more damage. Right. The Drassic's annoying because it'll poison you. Alright, Denkin, you could do me a favor, use Compulsion on this guy to bring him lower. Just for kicks. That'll work. Kinda like keeping you in Great Plane right now, actually, so we're gonna do that. And I'll just move Keishian up here a little. Gotta be careful where you step. Dominion is jumping all over the place. If Zigson could reach the enemy, he'd actually be doing pretty good right about now. Right. Grab the attention of this guy. He shouldn't be able to reach me anyway, so it should be fine. And then Taminia, Sentinel it up. And then all compulsion. Alright, Keishian, head over here. Let's try a bite on this guy. And a wolf claw on the Drathix. And he blocked. That's heavily unfortunate. Did not block that, thankfully. Alright, not bad. Keishian's close to a level up. Nice. Hey, level up for Gokva. I could probably use it. Oh, hey, Paladin. I need that on somebody else. Long Reach, Wolf Call, Engage up. Long Reach is always good, but... Let's go for... Let's go for Engage. And another torch. That one I'm just gonna make it into a spell thread. We could use a little bit of extra spell threads, so... Go for that. Alright, anything extra, or will that be all, folks? Because we've done pretty good here. Oh, hidden passages. Scuff marks on the floor. What? Oh. Is it something? Only the evidence of a furtive mind. The implication being this cabinet was moved. Here, Gokvo, give me a hand. Shifting the cabinet takes a little sweat. Ugh, heavier than you are. Ugh. But they manage. What's there? Definitely a hole in the wall. That's sure what it looks like. I agree, a hole. And it's in the wall. Should I? If you want to go first. Years old beer spills sticky up Vixen's feet. A strong oatsy odor assails her. Huh. Well, it's not awful. Some barrels, beer, or rye, some of them, and... hey. What? Oh, and there's what looks like a woman. I am one. There's a what? A rabbit of a woman. Little worse for wear, I don't know. Looks like she's been hiding. It's been since the winter. It's summer now. It's fine as finding a keg-crowded room, saving a life, even one. It'll make the day worth remembering. Legacy points! I'll take all of those I can get. Try to spend more of them than I would like to have had to do, so. Alright. Might as well get this place prepared. Tier 3 defenses are about to be made. Oh, good. Extra damage! Don't need that. We'll give it to that one. We got a good amount of legacy points, so we can use a little bit here. I think you get 2 still from beating the, beating this area, too. I could be wrong about that. I don't know for sure. Alright, what do you got for me, game? 3 spell threads. Very nice. And anything else of interest here? Some warding. Okay, okay. I can get down with that. Asian could get some out of it. Rather she not be getting hit. The Gellin is the same as Asian. Denkin could get some. Elfie doesn't, but she could use it. Gugva is getting hit a lot, so I need to get it to him. I guess you guys can make some defenses. Go for tier 2 for now, I guess. No, just start with 3, why not? No beacons have led them here. No flashes or columns of disappearing dust have marred the winter sky. But gray-green fog weaves a nameless castle. A growing host of Strixel haunts its stones. So many of them. Yeah, thought the discretion of using the map would buy us all time, but it looks like they found him anyway. Is it as grim as it looks? What kind of chances would you give him? But notice they're not going inside. If he's in there, maybe he's got some way of holding them off? He's kept them at arm's length a while now. I think his time's running short. Alright, very glad they didn't make me fight, because, oh gosh. I don't think this team is going to be the one to do it with, I'll be honest. Let me see, Gaza. Just head down there. Okay. You guys finish up here. Now, to decide who's going into the final battle of the chapter. Get a quick save off. Thank you. It won't let me do anything with saving, I forgot about that. Okay. Now, who's going in? Again, this is Graben's last chance, and he's really good, so I feel like using Graben. Elsie could still use the experience. Gugva and Denkin are meh. I don't know. Denkin's pretty good though. Actually, maybe not meh as much for Denkin. He's pretty good. I love Taminya's setup. Kashian is powerful. I could bring in the Gellin. We haven't used the Gellin in a little bit, but I feel like Kashian would be better. Dak could use it because he is level 3. Fur is level 1, so I guess we could send him in, and then one more high level. Maybe Kashian. Do I have another tank? I don't really have a tank. I'll send Taminya in as the tank then. And prepare defenses over here too for kicks and giggles. It really doesn't matter. They're not gonna reach before we do this fight. But I may as well send them off to do stuff. Alright, time to storm the castle. The castle. As they gather for their approach, conditions around the castle undergo a troubling shift. Where's those pixels we were seeing? Did they move away? Nah, just saw them all go still suddenly and together. Then they filed inside. Couldn't have been more than an hour ago. And whatever was holding them back appears to have broken. The ancient fortress sucks cold wind through its whistling teeth. No living beast now lingers in the gloom outside its walls. Like chasing roaches out with a broom. Come on. Hey, does this count as storming the castle? It does. Let's do this! Oh, golly. Okay. It's just a lot of enemies. And we're killing them all. Alright. Well, you gotta protect your friends somehow. Maybe bringing Thor into this fight was not the best idea, but we'll see how this goes. At least we also have, Graben here to do most of the work. Uh, bad jokes aside, Dak will be able to do a good amount too. Interfusion. Anything special around? Not here. Get Lord Dump off of these, but he's not exactly using it for its, abilities as much. Although I guess in this case, maybe he is. Alright, Taminia can run over here. We'll grab Stalwart and get a Sentinel off. Go for the Splinter Blast. We get a good amount of hits off on the guys if we go for Splinter Blast. Alright, Elsie can take out this guy. It's a good start. Good hit. Anybody else want some? I got 3 left. 2 left. That guy's gonna be annoying. It'd be best if we could take him out ASAP. He got very little warding. Okay, so I can just go for this. Done and done there. Excellent. Thank you, Graven. Then you can jump up here. Here's the rest of the enemies. Okay, alright. And there's still a whole lot more where that came from. Okay. Alright. Elsie, see if you can't get a hit off on that Driva. No, see, you were supposed to hit the Driva. Well, whatever. First, the one with the warding. He'll stand in front of Elsie. These are ruins. I need to save those for, yeah, I need to save some of those. Okay. Stacks are coming. He'll interfuse with them next time. Nice. The stun is very good here. Anybody else want some? Oh yes, I see the Griever did. I've still got some to give away. Nice, Thusk. Here you go. Alright, Dak. Let's grab ourselves some potency, shall we? Alright. Get a decent hit off on that Seeker. I need to get your accuracy up. Elsie, my ward. You need to be hitting. There's a fire up there. I could use that. Run Draven up there. And then we'll sit here and grab that fire. And now we can have some fun things. Nice stunt. I'm gonna enable Sentinel. That refreshes, I believe that should refresh anyway. The defense that he's lost. Nice stunt. Too bad nothing was around, but still. No, not Dream Trap! Well, that's not great. Somebody's gonna need to free her. It's not gonna be Graven, because he's slow. He's powerful, but the man is not fast. But boy, is he powerful. I could have Dak do it. Right. See, we have that over there and those guys over there. Those guys are more dangerous than the Skusk, so I'm gonna fell asleep over here and get the Sentinel for these guys. Oh, that's a lot of them. Well, here goes nothing. Burning Arrow. Can you hit anyone? Not ideally. If I move a little, can we see the guy up there? No. I could go for the Bone Lance on the Skusk myself. That would take him out. There's another enemy up here. I noticed they were trying to break down the area, so need to watch out for that. If they get too close, I may switch out a weapon, but it doesn't matter. Alright. Can that thing have just burrowed underneath the... Okay, whatever. Maybe. What do I know? Oh, there's a whole lot of them over there. Okay. Wow, that's unfortunate. None of them moved into Dominion's way. Well, anyone in my range? No. Casually gonna fire you now. Plus 10 damage with Vigor Flow is nuts. Okay. Head over here. It's dangerous, but I think Dominion can handle it. Can you reach him? No. Okay. Graven, head over here. You're more useful over here. There's so many enemies over here, and we need someone who can take out a bunch of enemies. Which it just so happens you're capable of doing. Alright. I assume no one else is in range for your attack. This is annoying. Alright, Elfie. Try to get a hit off this guy. Nice! And then we can grab, Boning Arrow on you. Oh, I am disconnected from chat. It's lagging so much because there's like so many enemies here. No, don't bow. Okay, here goes nothing, I guess. We bowed into the fire. Excellent. Wonderful. I'll check in on OBS in a second. I want to wait till my tone comes back up. Alright. Alright, looks like we're good over here. Doesn't say we're disconnected, so I assume we're still connected. Okay. How do I want to go about this? Well, that's an excellent question. Um... You know what? Best case scenario would be to do this. Then we'll move you over here. Oh, good, there's the Drastics. I was worried we wouldn't run into him. The bod's more dangerous, I feel like. Nice. Nightmare's really not that bad if you can take him out early. Uh, get your Zealous Leap off. Trying to decide if I want Zealous Leap or if I want... Yeah, I do. Okay. Step forward a few spaces, and then we just grab this, Sentinel. Grab the shield, just in case they get past, buddy. Come on, computer, you can do this. I know it's a lot. Head up here. Maybe not the best move because I'm going to withdraw from a lot of things, but whatever. Whatever. 'Tis what it is. Um... Well then, I guess I'll withdraw from this one and grab this fire. I'll move Graben down some. And then we'll go for the Fallen Stars. Oof, Drathix blocked it. That's rough. Alright, what do we got? Jack. Can interfuse with this. Unfortunately, Dak hasn't been able to do much this fight because he's just been a little out of range for most of it, but this guy would do a lot if he was able to do much, if he was actually able to reach people. No, wait, no. I realized it after I pressed it. I get Sentinel off. Oh well, she can still tank hits, but that just means she's not going to do her stuff. Oh, there's a Reaver. Hi, how's it going? Got that wall over there. I have 5 mismeld. I got 5 mismeld and 5 Vigor Flow going through my body right now. Reminder that his attacks do more damage when he gets, not just Vigor Flow, but with more potency. So he is actually just actively doing extra damage consistently. Withdraw from this fire. A decision I might eventually regret, but we'll see. This time around, we'll do this correctly. Alright. And Raven. Move you down here, grab Falling Stars, take out the Driva. You tried to move, that was your mistake. Guess no one's close enough for him to use his fire. That's unfortunate. Right. I don't know where everybody else is, or if it, because I feel like that is the end. Okay, I was hoping that was the end, but I felt like it probably could also not be, so... Oh, nice. Level up for those two. They needed it. The foe's not really doing a whole lot, to be honest. Get a drink real quick while it loads. Stuck chance. Actually could be good on Taminya, now that I think about it. Dak and Taminya both do pretty well with it, so... LC has grown stronger. Broad Swipes would become a little bit better. It's kinda eh. I don't really... I guess I'll go for Long Reach, because that might increase Broad Swipes' range. I don't know. Upgrading Spirit Blade is really good. Scribe is good too. I think we'll go Spirit Blade. If I can get either Ignite or Elementalist or both would be nice on him. But he's probably not going to get ideally set up, to be honest. I'm more than likely going to end up using Acian in the final battle at this rate. Alright. Prince of Moss. The Dakotas sigh, a draft of air flowing through them that billows cobwebs, blows bitter, inky through the cracks and windows. Up here. Knights from books could have lived here, but a long time ago, huh? The crumbling shoulders of the keep seem to sag a little deeper. A chasm in the ground drops to a barely seen basement floor. They sidle past, tickling free fragments that spill down and shatter in the darkness. Come to stand before a waxy door. Kind of has a strangely pristine look to it. Bit cleaner and sturdier than everything else, huh? The whole wall just fades as they speak those words. Okay. A quiet chamber lies beyond, peaceful and abandoned. It's weird. It's like I can sense him. You're here, aren't you, Mothman? We came for you. No need to quack quite so loud, ducky. And before you do start lecturing me... You look bad. It's alright. It's over now. Is it really? Lucky. Here, use the shade gathered in your wings, shroud us from her, so we may move safely on. By her, he means my Exis? Is she watching us? Think so. The signatures of all unconscious life are exposed to her inner eye. She can dream of us, may be a better way to express it. So, but, okay, you want me to hide us? Your element is obscurity. Every powdery panel on your back drinks the shadows you walk under. Use your wings. Ask them for what they are for, and they will answer with instinct. Things don't always work for me the way they... hold on. Dak allows his awareness to trickle and bleed away from his bone body, into these petal-thin wings. And then he feels he sees the entire structure from the outside. At the speed of a wish, he paints it out of the scene. I'm doing it. Yes, though next time, show a little more restraint. You will exhaust yourself throwing quilts over castles like that. Wish I'd respected his power a little more. Power deserves nothing from us but caution. We are claimed by whatever we crown. You think she'll come here herself, do you? Something in your voice, Hawkling, tells me all I need to know. Under cloak, and while our fortunes hold, let us be away. You led us on a wide-range chase. Why not come to us? Or hide your presence from them entirely, like Dak's apparently doing? Questions, yes. Don't fall down here. Would you believe I have been so deeply fatigued I could scarce assemble any clear idea of where I was or how to find you? 6 years I have fled, a moth in a forge, unable to land long, stumbling and flitting away from heat and hammers. A regular rabbit might have run himself raw. But no, I am cleverer and more winged than that. I stayed only as far from her grasp as was necessary, and then wandering terrafract, I at last found one unguarded limousine. One gap was all I needed. Slipped through, but summoned no better inspiration than to send up a flare, and hope my bird swooped in. You were hunted, so you left us assurance of your identity, and you left that limousine behind. Yes, the house from long ago. That was where I thought to go next. Some places stay fixed in my mind. I knew I would not have long there before they followed. From what you told me, you were quite close as well. I am sorry I was fighting senselessness. But you changed your strategy. You knew where you were going next. Indeed, I left you a map, and I went home. It was prettier when I was a child, gallivanting through the corridors, climbing columns and bookcases, and sneaking into small spaces to read. Memories still pull me there. Dreams. Home is a naturalist place to end up. But does that mean... Yes. I am a prince. It was a long time ago. A long, buried time. My advice to you, dear birds, do not outlive all you have loved. Your idle talons will turn to mischief, and your mischief will damage those with something still to treasure. In any case, I do not merely seek asylum, but also am here to give warning. Our Exis, your Eluna, she will ruin this world if she is not stopped. The delicate caveat is, stopping her may be impossible. Her powers are beyond mine, and her body is beyond death. Swoosh. That lag. Okay. Can I ask? Maybe we could just talk it out? Make peace with her? My memory of her is that she didn't intend harm. I honestly didn't fully understand what she intended. Perhaps an appeal would work, but I would strongly urge you to have a second plan. You will not face her twice. From what I am given to understand of her aims, she intends to remake the animal, the human animal, in the image of herself. Dak, you are her first try. She will evoke a great change in the blood of all kind. Across this and all yonderings. But what does that even mean? Is that something she can do? Yes, I'm pretty sure it's something she can do, Raven. And also, like, how do you presume to know? Sorry, but we're supposed to believe she told you a plan? She told me a plan. She's a thoughtful one, and she tried to make me see. We both contain immensities, and smallnesses, and hypocrisies. Some more than others, yes, but things we never would have comprehended left alone. Tell me, it's not your story as well. I only ever saw flaws, weaknesses in myself. Now I know those were doors waiting to be unlocked. You shouldn't be fighting me. You should be at my side, helping it happen. You certainly have no obligation to credit my story. Our goals sound sort of benevolent, though, don't they? In her future, it is the gifted ones like her, like Dak, and perhaps the mystics and potential mystics among you. They inherit the world. Everyone else will fade into poor violent sorrows like those you have been forced to put down. That divide does not make her happy, but it will not make her stop. I am sorry. I am still quite exhausted. A big, gloomy hole is what I need. No protection will keep her off us forever. I thank you deeply for sheltering me, and if I must go to draw her eye off your necks, I will blissfully go. If you intend to fight her, you will have my aid. Good night. The Mothman makes for the basement, where he's pushed together a musty dark nest he likes. I will fight against her. I'm not a fool. Seems different than he described. He's certainly changed. No longer the feckless thing he seemed. Nothing can kill her, did he say? Nothing will keep her at bay. Didn't do a good job of leaving us with hope. It's that impossible riddle. Who can roust with lightning and slay the storm? Answers rarely leap to frantic fingers. A season of searching rakes by, before one curious, half-remembered page flutters through the brooms of Asian's mind to drape itself on her consciousness. Okay, I'm gonna level with you guys. I did not really remember there being that many missions left before we finished. So we are 100% not finishing this today. But that's okay. I kinda like this game, so I think I'm cool with having another week of it. You know, the guy that has like hundreds of hours in this game, I'm pretty sure. Spring has passed. Once again, we're not spending a whole lot of time. Alright. What do we get rid of? Ooh, the double seeker and double thrust. Very nice. I'm glad to get rid of those. As spring gives way to summer. Patience is what we need to use here, for better or worse. Harrowed and hurried as he was that season, Raven found it difficult to be sour. Each day seemed still more vivid than the last, filled with joys that never so deeply thrilled him. Among the whole company a quiet eagerness for life softly burned. Who could say how many more days there'd be? When his fighting days were over, Raven traded in bashing skulls for bashing metal. The maces he forged were heavier than they looked, and any who could wield them suddenly remembered battles they had never fought. Raven Tralwell has retired. He is no longer in your party, but he'll go into your legacy and may play a part in future stories. Um, I think I like the idea of giving it to Elsie. I know she's one level already, above Zigzin, but I just like. Do I? No, I don't know if I like her. I like her character better. I don't know if I like her abilities better, mind you. I'm gonna do it anyway. I still think it's a better option. Ooh, touchable. Back slam, wind walk. Maybe untouchable. We could try untouchable out. Hey, less speed but more warding. Probably a good thing to be honest. But does that put my speed down? Because I really don't need less speed. Well, it's already down, so whatever. Oh, come on! I mean, I'll take it, but like, I wanted the other. I'm trying to get the other arm. Well, we're not gonna get the full wolf transformation. We were never going to, actually, but like, I was hoping to get the cloth at least. Oh well, Keishin can join us in again at some point, hopefully. Everybody else got to stick around. Alright, we got some stuff to do here. I think this is a good place to take a quick BRB, get some stretching in. And then we'll buy some upgrades for everybody. We're going into the final chapter. For those of you coming in now, after I said this might be the last one, before, it's definitely not going to be the last stream of this. Eluna the Moth is definitely going to last us at least one more stream, because the ending of chapter 4 took longer than I thought it would. I didn't realize we had that much left, but yeah, so I'm going to take a quick BRB, everybody. Get some stretching in. You guys can do the same if you want. And when I return, we'll upgrade everybody and then head out to the next chapter. So I'll see you guys in a few minutes. Hello, buddy. Sorry about that. I don't know why I apologize for having to take a break to stretch, but whatever. I'm weird. Anyway, sorry about my out of breathness to my exercises, which wasn't a great idea to do. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I don't know what I was thinking. Like I'll do my exercises. Yeah, that's a great plan, buddy. Even though your stomach already made you feel nauseous earlier, let's do it again. Sometimes I don't think things through very well. Okay, but hey, I'm here. I had to sit for a minute to let the nausea die down, but I'm here. I live, and I'm ready to just stop having a hard time catching my breath. Whew, okay. Dominion perfectly set up. She doesn't need anything else. The Gallon could probably use an upgraded crossbow. We could get better weapons while we do things. So my it's harder to get better defensive equipment usually. So I think that's what we'll start with. Oh, jeez. Jeez. I'm so tired. Whew. Not really tired, I'm just really out of it. Okay. Let me see. Yeah, we should have enough of this. Gives our dodge chance up and spell damage up, so we'll grab that. Definitely want to grab it on Dak too, because Dak having that will be nice. See, yeah, we have 13 legacy points, so yeah, we did get 2 for doing the one thing. Okay, nice. What do you get here, Dak? You get an extra ward, armor, warding, well, it may be extra, but +1 potency for sure, which is very nice. We'll grab that. I want, we bought Timinia stuff already. Zigson also has something, because she got that from the last thing. Zagallon, what do you got? She's got the potency one. It's kinda on her. I still don't really know what I'm doing with Zagallon. This is good for you. Maybe I should do some weapons, though, as well. I don't know. Nah. This gives warding, which would be good. So yeah, we'll grab that. I wish I had more, spell threads. I have a lot, I just don't have enough. And then... should probably do my warriors. Okay, give me Gugva, actually, really quickly. I think kind of making him into the new... I mean, he's not going to replace Graben it anyway, but like kind of giving him the Graben stuff would be good. Where's the, which one is that? That's the Cowling one? It lowers his armor by a lot, but he could really use the warding. Um, I'm down for it. Let's do it. Then maybe give Elsie something. I don't know if we have enough to do. I can look at the weapons too. Some of the weapons might not cost spell threads to make. Alright. We could upgrade her warrior armor. Or even give her scarf. If she isn't walling, she gets 15 dodge. It's not terrible. She loses 2 armor, gains a warding out of it, and gains dodge. Honestly, might be better, because she needs some, we'll go for it. She needs warding, so why not? Um, I can't upgrade your sword. Does it cost spell threads? Yep. I'd rather not use LP. I'm gonna have to use some LP to... Well, not have to, but I want to use some LP to recruit somebody. So... I guess we'll just leave it the way it is then, because pretty much everything's gonna cost spell threads to upgrade. Alright. We got some good defenses out of this. I'm proud of that. We can work on weaponry at the end of the chapter, too. Because once we get to the final battle of this chapter, it will give us the option to make some more stuff, and we can make any weapons we're missing at that point. Wind makes a puppet show of the woods and wheatgrass. The smells of summer. I've started to associate them with a journey. I only brought one extra pair of socks. Do you think that's enough? In the case, we cannot find it quickly enough. But I agree that is a risk we may have to run. Vixen, Cation, in here. How early were you all up? Never went to bed. I feel like I overslept. I do not require sleep. Well, anyway, we took the wood path and picked up some kindling. Sounded like you had travel plans. Yeah, I think we're heading out. This book, for me and Dak. It was how the whole mess started. Oh yeah? My little brother finally did translate it all. Didn't think it had much use, though, and we kind of forgot about it. This past spring, I found myself thinking about a particular passage. Not one of the illustrated entries, but one of the messy scrawled accounts in the back. Here, you read it. Start where my thumb was. The binding words were wrung from our throats, our lungs were leached of air. But when, as Diormain, it's pronounced, Kaoran name, person's name. Kaoran, how wonderfully abstruse. But when As-Domain shook me, and my fearing eyelids found the courage to unclench, she was smiling, and the thing was done. Blasted into the founding stone, the runic script of our entwined souls, smoky words that would elude even the most dream-fluent and wishing-wise, and any who did not share my blood or my wife's, so the seal was made sure. Thereafter a tower did we raise, our tower of locks. From within no being could go without, and from without no being within, save when, by our will, the door was unbarred. Vixen lets the old Chiron book softly close. So if I understand, this married couple from Chaos crafted a kind of legend-worthy spell, and it meant they could decide who enters or leaves the tower. That's a compelling story, but... I think Athean and them are thinking, we find the place and trap Exus inside, or is that wrong? My knowledge of old Chaos is decent, and the Mothman too. He says it's possible. Accepted history has it that the ancient Chaons engaged in a centuries-long struggle with the Cyrixel. Most theorize that it was what ended the Chaon civilization. We learned such things growing up, though Cyrixel was only a monster from the rhymes. But wait, really? That's our plan? Lock her up in a fancy magic prison? Being honest, it is a long, almost target-blind shot. But time ebbs, and I doubt we can protect our presence if we stay here. Problem is, we don't know where it is, or if it works, or how we open it, or how we coax her inside, or if it even exists in the first place. What I know is that we stand no chance of winning a direct duel. I also know that Chaoran records are lauded for their accuracy, and when the story struck my ear, I could not help feeling it had a ring of truth, and the familiarity of a well-trod tale forgotten. I believe it is out there, this Tower of Locks, and my beliefs are as good as your certainties, little birds. That's quite a claim. I am quite a Mothman. Thwomp-ka-thunk. A bulging gust tries to bust the window. Alright, it's a daunting thing to undertake, but at least we're moving, and I'm suddenly intrigued by the outcome. Everyone? They depart before noon, seeking Rumor and Riddle's key, traveling always with the protective shrouds cast round, but any night's wind feels like it might rip away their fortunes. The shadows deepen. Chapter 5. The final chapter, and we are going in without Draven. I tell you, I am not happy with this setup. I do not like not having my strongest member, to be honest. So our job is to locate the Tower of Locks. It's like there's a few places we can check out, and also this. So let's see, 4, 8, 10, that's 5 for each, or as it's going to be, 11 for... Cancel job, please. Okay. This one, too. So it's gonna end up being 11, which means we have to split our characters up a little bit, but whatever. Cancel that job, too. Alright, how do we want to go about this? Well... 5 people will go over here and pick up this guy, and then they can split up and explore this section. And the other 5 can go down here, I guess. Dak. And the Gellin. Get an Elsie with them. Do I send to Minya? I could send to Minya. Minya for the defense, and then they should have some lower level characters. That could team up with Four. They might be pretty good. I don't know if... No. It would be better to have Denkin. Denkin works really well with Taminya. And then we can have, bring in Elsie. And then you guys can all go over here and grab this guy. Dak was sitting right there, so he's just going to go straight to walk. Alright. At this point, grabbing a new one is kind of a not great idea, since we need the higher level stuff, but... Walla Grip? Goody. Keishan will be so happy. That is the only hunter, and we actually need a hunter, to be honest. We don't have any, like, super good hunters. Like, we do, don't get me wrong. We just don't have that many. That's what I was trying to say. We don't have a lot of them. Well, I'm trying to say. Not that we don't have many. We don't have a lot. And I'd rather have more than we have. Walla, when was the last time you were used? Oh, you fought the Reapers. Nice. Well, bringing you in is not a terrible idea. What else do we have? Humanist and soul splitting is eh. I mean, it's good, but it's not what I'm not looking for another mystic. Uh, Motto is really eh for how I prefer to play. They'll sleep in Battle Dance, not bad, but I don't think it's what I'm looking for either. So it's either gonna be Walla or I'm grabbing the new one. Alright, 5 LP is a bit much, but I can live with it. Piercing Shots is not bad, and Ember Arrows is really good. So we'll go for those two. Falling Moth is good too, but this setup that she has, because she's with a bunch of fire people, will be really useful. Folks called Walla an old soul, but that was because they had no better words for her. Stories of legendary battles often felt familiar. Unwritten verses of old ballads came out of her after a warm drink or two, and she dreamed of wind-ragged hills where banners flew and old arrowheads lay buried. So when the rebellion of the West drew her out of town with the opportunity to fight, Walla couldn't tell whether she was leaving home or coming back to it. Vixen is coming, she's just going to be a bit... How are we doing down here, guys? Taishin and Fo don't like each other. Excellent. Walla has joined the group. Okay. Well, we'll send 5 of you here, and then I'll have Zigzin walk down here. Oh, okay. Some Swixel fighting. I think this team can handle it. I hope this team can handle it. Let's do it. Morning light, huh? It was here, upon a secret lake. And a secret place. On a moonless night fit for promise breakers, fence dodgers, for lovers forced to dampen their lips in darkness. It was here on such a night she'd fled. Pursued by the wrath of a goddess, she'd cheated. Here, Amara Finstone laid her life's treasure to rest. Cheep, cheep. Green odors rise from the lake, its black muddy shore. A solitary moon piper whistles while the windless reeds hold silent. If you're looking at the stars and wondering, Cassian, then yes. Yes, I am thinking of you. I'm speaking your name. As Incan emerges from distraction, he sees something strange. Spiderwebs thin and strung from star to star, an impossible thread of light. Should I fail to return, I tether you to these constellations. The line will fade, but in the season of Desmondor, on a night the stars are samely scattered. Then your mowing light shall beam skyward. Let another windy pair of eyes be your discoverer. 20 hard strokes from the shore, Denkin hauls himself up. Though through a hole the size of a pine nut, warmthless light streams. You feel a desperation, almost like it's still whoever was last here was powerfully scared. Even as he watches, it starts to shrink. The night sky rolls toward the horizon. The light sinks back into the ground. It murmurs to me, almost sweetly. Dig, Duncan, dig. Whatever's down there, perhaps you need me to find you. Finding himself unstruck by any unhappy hand of the heavens, he bends to dig. And soon, scraping earth away with the foot of his staff, Duncan uncovers the secret of this stony lake isle. We'll go for my friend. Well, it's a rock. Not just a rock, though, right? Maybe it's a secret nestled inside. Like in that story about what was it called? Underhome? Underhouse? The gnome one. Are you just a rock? I wonder what they considered you. Whoever put you here. Bending, he gives it a tug. It's quite loose. So he gets his hands under it, hoping to heave it out, and almost falls on his butt. It's light. Why does it weigh as much as like a bread loaf? Maybe a hearty bread loaf, but familiar voice calls him. Dinkin. Hey, Dinkin. Kellen? Hold on, I'm coming back. You'll float, won't you? Let's wrap you up in, where's my oil floss? Let's wrap you in that, in case you don't like water. The swim back is ungraceful, the bagstone bobbing tied at Dinkin's waist. Dak found their position, the Switzerland. Moving around in the shadow of the mill, you wandered a long way, the wrong way. There was this small strand of light. Dinkin's rock is peculiar, odder than even its odd properties would seem to make it. Of water and star, of wishing salt and mental laughter, a stone-old story begins to tell itself. I think we've seen this story before, but I'm reading it anyway, because that's just who I am. Alright, Jurassic's Nightmare, Scoria, Bard, Seeker, Reaver, Thrusk. Fire Spirit would be good to grab in general. Elfie definitely needs something better than what she currently has. Duncan, I'm curious about something about you. I can't remember. What is your relationships like again? Yeah, I thought you were just friends with her. You're just friends with everybody, really. Alright, how do we want to go about this? Healthy and Zigellen don't get along. I forgot about that. Nice. Oh, that's not ideal, admittedly. Alright, well, I'll ward it up, and Taminia will get, usual going. I'm gonna risk it. Let's see, do I want a fire sword or a fire bow? I use the bow more, to be fair. Yeah, we'll go for the bow. Alright, Zigellen, I want you to probably Silk Step. Dak, you can grab something. Fabric rolls. And this gives you some soul, not soul splitting, Vigor Flow. Okay. Can I compulsion you from here? No. Is it like line of sight? I'll keep you here. Oh, come on. Double come on. Well, at least they didn't go after Elsie. Remove stasis. Gonna fuse with, I guess, the basket. Step up and give him the old 1-2. Jump in here. Step over here. Sentinel. A through shot, but it's not really the best setup yet. Now, if I could get a good angle, would be a great time to through shot. Oh, here come the other enemies. Oh yeah, everybody, I'll open the door. Oh boy. That's a sight. Not necessarily one you want to see. Alright, Dak. For heading in, it would be good to grab something else, I guess. And Yeah, that's all he wrote for that one. Actually, better idea. I need to re-roll this one. It's dangerous, but it could be, but it should be better. Oh yeah, you have Untouchable. I forgot I gave you that. There's a good setup with Untouchable. We don't have it on LC, we probably won't get it, to be honest. But there's a good way to set up Untouchable to be pretty powerful. Give me my protection, please. Thank you very much. That cone of fire is going to hit Elsie for sure, right? Yeah. Would be the better move though if you can get out if I can get Elsie out of the way. Have her try to take out this guy. Oh, dadgummit. So broad swipes plus long reach does work. That is a very nice combination, actually. I quite like it. And you keep that in mind for other playthroughs, honestly. Alright. Nothing I can interfuse with is close enough. Wonderful. Go into the gray plane. Oh, come on. That should have counted as movement. Or can you only vigilance the enemy once a ton? That might be it. I don't actually know. That... Oh, come on, man. Well, we only took a little bit of damage. We did pretty well otherwise. Is that another level up for Elsie? Nice. Very, very nice. Long reach upgrade or untouchable upgrade? Untouchable upgrade is better. We can grab that. So long reach might be good for what we have set up with, with, yeah, with her. I don't know. Days go by, the battle at Wolf Windmill becomes another flitter-fraught memory. Denkin palms over the stone he found, maybe for no other reason than that its strangenesses, its textures, its contours are becoming familiar. That's how he discovers the secret. What's this I'm touching? Hey, that shadow on the hillside turned out it was just an old dry well. I'm fairly sure nothing'll, skeever out and devour us. Wax has been tamped into a groove in the otherwise hard, smooth surface. Threading wax softened by the fire's nearness. Denkin? Oh, you came back. Sorry. I bet you really are sorry, you bear. What do you even mean? I'm nice. Don't worry about it. Hmm. Screwing force with thumb down through the racks, Denkin squeezes his fingers in. Something's been preserved in the legal, and pinches loose a rolled slip of paper. Huh. The ancient note is scrawled in runes Denkin can't read. A map links star reckonings with hill shapes. A diagram swims with stick images, swirls, and a repeated shape that must be the rock. So for 3 thick logs of a fire, Denkin will study it, comparing constellations, interpreting the sketches of a hurried hand. Takes 2 people, by the looks of it. Yeah, to wash a rock? Bathe it, he said. More intimate? I guess that's true. Wait, what are we saying that's true? It's intimate? Someday, I'd want to try and go there, where it leads. Do what it says to do. You'll find time. Long after the fire is embers, Dinkin is up and map musing. Wait, I do know that range. That's Apple Tree Land. That's not so terribly far. Double Thrust is back. That's better than double Seeker, so I'll take that. Now we have this new thing we've got to deal with. Well, we don't have to, but that I'd like to deal with. Where do I have to go for it? All the way over there? My gosh. Alright, I'll do it, Chief. Here's the dawn, in autumn. Dinky discovered a strange rock buried on a lonesome lake isle. It weighed less than a pickle pot, but in his thoughts it became a mountain. For secreted in wax among its contours, he discovered a note, a map with drawn instructions. Sure, go ahead and mock me. I'm a starry-eyed idiot. Sometimes I can't even argue. So, on an early fall morning, shadows on the land making it all like a glimpse of another age, another world. On a morning like this one, is it all right for me to feel called away and go? Willie and Bach? Denton, I was thinking about buying. Wait, where are you off to? You cannot go alone. Alright, you will be taking Dak with you. Because Dak likes this kind of stuff. You 3 back here get to do the fun thing of exploration, basically. You can't really do much alone, so you're not going to be able to do a whole lot, but you can at least work on this a little, and then do some searching while you wait for them. Oh, are we getting just a random one of the... Yeah, we are. Okay. Pulling threads. Well, what better spot to wait out the rain than a haven full of history? At least it's quiet. Athean regards the wet field for a few more minutes, then wanders up one of the more sturdy-looking staircases. What's been exposed to the sky for so long now lies covered in lichen. One room, however, remains relatively untouched by the elements. Unexpected. You think it's an old collection or some thief's stash? Does it matter? The shapes of these figures were common in the ancient art of the North, whereas the line work here denotes a southern style, more modern too. And then there's this. The weaving's not like the others. Among other differences, no loom I've ever seen weaves like that. Why anyone would want this in their collection, I'm not sure. The tapestry breathes a shivering aura, in, then out again. Sure, and fuse with it, why not? What could possibly go wrong? It'll catch up, I think. Athenian steps closer to the tapestry and focuses her eyes beyond the surface, as if trying to peer deeper inside. There's more tied up in these threads. If someone was willing to... To... You sure you know what you're doing? Snap. Ugh. Athene is thrown against the back wall. The skittering, shiny limbs begin to spasm outwards from the tapestry as it unravels. Experience is experience, if you ask me. I do have to say, though, it's gotta be funny for Cation to be on a team with Walla, who I believe... Okay, let me check Cation's history really quickly. Not that history, this history. She don't like four. Yeah, her mom was Fraley Grip, so... Walla... His child is Fraley Grip, so it's gotta be weird for Cation to be older than her grandmother right now. That's gotta be like a weird time paradox happening to her at the moment. Speaking of which, actually it has nothing to do with that, but speaking of being in here, I remembered, I haven't looked over this yet. We have different, wolf touches we can look at. Instead of the regular one, we can be different looking. So Scruff, Scrag, and Sage. Ooh, Sage, cool. For now, I'm actually probably just going to keep regular, even though I do like the other ones, just because we've had her, like, regular for so long. But I might switch up some others, like, maybe if we play with her again, or if we play with somebody else, and get it. And I might switch up her, who knows? We'll wait and see. Alright, ACN, let's get this party started. Burn the bod. It's funny that he thinks that's going to keep him safe. Alright, there's no fire around, but when there's no fire, we make fire. Which kind of works out for Walla as well. As she is an Ember Arrows girl. Then Four grabs his bow and arrow. Nice. That's insane. It actually does give her turn back too. That is nuts. Right, well, they're doing well over there. Get them all a little engaged. Try to take out this guy. It's nice to have him have armor. That is definitely going to come in handy. Yeah, okay, this team can handle itself. I'm beginning to see that this team definitely can, in fact, handle itself. My word. But what if we did that again? Dacian might level up off of this one. That hurts. Have a time. I like that we have a time paradox going here with Walla and Dacian being here. Alright, we get 0.5 armor. That's gives Taminia 1, but she doesn't really need it because she's got... Could give it to Walla, because she's not going to go Grey Plane too often. 4 is not a bad option either. About... Gokvo could grab it. Elsie could grab it. She's kinda... alright where she is. Vixen cannot. I'm not against giving it to 4. Let's give it to 4. After the last creature falls, what is left of the tapestry drops and whips apart with a crackle. One more figure is expelled from it before the threads curl and burn away. You're human. Close enough. But are you real this time? That's quite the philosophical discussion. But short answer, we think so. That's what they said the other times. Give us a chance, and I think you'll find that we persist sufficiently. What do you remember? A name. Eldritch Shag. Enough of a childhood, long-ended adventures, but not much of what you're actually asking about. It's hard to tease apart what happened and what didn't. Two things, tops. It's been a long time, and I was fighting something. Then perhaps not so much has changed. We're fighting too, it turns out. If you want to pick up where you left off, you look like someone who can watch back in a battle. Not so sure how I think. No, thanks, but this isn't where I need to be right now. If you want another fighter, you'll have me. I'll go for it, but like, we didn't need another mystic. Would have been cool if they'd given me an archer. What else am I going to do? Sit around? Sit around on all these rugs? We'll fill you in on the state of the land. It's not in the best shape at the moment, but that's why we're out here. And good thing you are, I suppose. After the rain cleared, the rebellion of the West trekked on, one thread stronger in their own woven story. -2 legs points. That puts down to 8, I believe. Unless it also still gives us the +2 from doing a fight, but that wasn't really the area, so I kinda doubt it will. You have any relationships? No. What was your history? That is so ironic that she was. I wonder if that's preset. Like, is that something that? No, I feel like I've had that with other things, but that's interesting. She almost did. So she fought the Masag in the past. So yeah, it makes sense because it's axe. She's the axe wielder. Okay. So that means her setup is going to be soul splitting and open mind is good. This is a good setup. I like indignance too, but I think we'll go for soul splitting and open mind. Alright, we can set up for teams of 4, I suppose. Someone will need to head back over here and help them. It's gonna be Dak. It's gonna be Dak who goes back over there, I feel like. Probably still send both of them back, honestly, I don't know. Let me see, point of 1 to do this? Well, I guess we can. What do we get out of it? What do we need to get out of it? Hides and fabric's the most. Sure. And then send up 2 people to check out this place. Alright, just another one of these immediately? That's kinda nuts, but I'll take it. Where's the mission, though? Hides is the lowest. We can go for hides and spell threads. I was waiting for them to complete that. Potency. That's pretty good. Wow, Cation has a lot of potency already. Committee doesn't really need it. The Gallon might. Denkin does. Elsie does? Yeah, Elsie does, because Broad Vipes is potency based. Zigson does. Walla does as well. And I get and Eldred is definitely going to need it. What's Elsie at? Let's give it to Elsie. There's just this one more thing down here. They could start exploring it at least. These guys are not going to make it back in time, though. Oh, hey, we found the tower. That's great. Guess we're gonna take a quick second to patrol here, and then move on. 8 deepest without our friends is not going to happen. We can, while we wait, stop making, a path here. Gosh, I need to get some LP back up. We're about to run into some problems. Okay. I need to send some people up here, too, and then I'll send some people here. I want to send some people to help these two. Dixon, what are your relationships? You and Asian don't get along, and you're friends with the rest. That's great. You can have Asian then. And let me see. You guys could use maybe Eldred as a tank. Goonfo would be a good tank, but then we don't have a warrior for the other section. I guess you might be able to deal with just Asian. She could do enough damage to take out some of the worst enemies. I feel like 4 would be good, though. Okay, it's apparently infected. I could not see that it was infected, but apparently it is. That's rough. Walla, Zigzan, Asian, for... Let's go for... The other 3, I do need 3 going to the other place because it's also infected. Yeah, we can try this. This drama's rough, but I need to save my LP for worse things, so we're going to save it. It's not too bad, though. It's just +1 armor, so... we can and will survive. Gonna have an incursion coming soon, which is gonna be rough. But hey. Oh, hey, they finally made it. Nice. How are we doing down here? Making progress. This looks like a good place to make camp for the night. Are you okay, Zigzan? Huh? Oh yeah, sigh. It was lost in thought. Looked like some dark ones. Well, I guess I just never expected that would be my life. Did I ever tell you that I used to work with a stonecutter? Working with something so heavy and brittle, you had to learn what shapes they liked, how much weight they would take. It felt good crafting things. But it seems almost frivolous now, with danger encroaching. I don't think this is where I'd end up either. Actually, I have an idea of those skills. This is not true, so let's go for this. Walla, like, that was literally a recruitment thing, was that she wanted to be back into this. You two are still awake? Oh, well... But behold! Is that a diorama of the attack site? Sure is. What the... Is this scale? Should be. Now, see, the layout here lends itself perfectly to this sort of trap design. You're not wrong. It's pretty clever. Too bad we don't have time to rig it up. Later still. Much later. Are you serious? Let's just hope it was worth the sleep deprivation. Gained temporary defense penalty, -10 dodge and block, but Zigzan gained Rampage and Boulders, and Walla just lost the block and dodge. It didn't say for this campaign, so I'm assuming it should just be for this fight. Two butlers, a batch B, and a wardrobe. You've gotta be kidding me. Just had to be a butler when I have my fire-based team. It is truly unfortunate. Oh well. Why do they keep blocking that? Like, seriously, I keep getting blocked on that one, and that sucks. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. Fire leash it. Over there. When in doubt, make your own fire. Bop. Interfuse. While I'll go for the Ember Arrows. And then we can use Burning Arrow as well. Dag, blast it. Could do Vampaging Boulders. Once only, trigger the prepared trap, sending boulders Vampaging across the battlefield. It could work. It'd be better to wait on that one, to be honest. We'll see. I'd rather get rid of it. I'm just gonna try to get rid of it. Here's the batch B. And a Spectic. And there's the other butler. Well. Wonderful. Alright, one on the Spectic. One on the wardrobe. I'll pull out the Vampaging Boulders for this guy. Ah, I see. That's how it works. Nice. Let's just pull this rope and... Of course, the butler, the one I wanted to hit the most with it, blocked, naturally. Alright, I'll do this just to make sure we don't have to deal with the wardrobe anymore. I'll need to move, I'll need to move far up so that he can interfuse with another one of these fires up here instead of what he's with right down there. He's gonna tend the coals, so maybe it's actually better he's down there. Yeesh. It is true damage, by the way, that he gets to do with that, so... yeah. Oh boy, more of them. Alright. This is why fire and butlers do not get along. But hey, sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Okay. There's the watchman up there. Oh, come on. Nice. Okay, very nice. Step back here. I can't control that fire. I need to get him to a position where he can make another fire, so... I'll let up here and protect Wallace since he's a higher defense. Ow! 4 damage? Jeez. It's definitely helping her do more damage now, but it's gonna be kind of rough if she goes down. Alright, how do we want to go about this? What is the play here? Start a fire here. And a fuse. Next turn we'll stop burning. And get rid of this guy. Voila, I really need to get rid of that guy. Alright. When in doubt, Athean is here to help. Afraid of that. Zigzin cannot take you out. Okay. We'll just go for the takeout on this guy and hope that they don't do enough damage to take you out. I mean, we know they can, but there's a possibility that it won't happen. Could also just hope to take him out. That'll work too. I missed you back there, actually, but that's fine. You didn't do too much damage. I can't say you didn't do damage. You definitely did. But not enough to make me too worried about it. Yeah, it's a good thing we're not purely fighting Mothagi right now, because going up against a bunch of butlers with this team setup would be rough. Because our team is based on doing fire damage. Let's see. Raw types, meh. I mean, it's good, but I just don't love it. Veil of Sleep is pretty good. Blood Rage is really good, though. It gain +2 damage and prevent health from dropping to 0 for 1 turn. We'll just go for that. We'll just go all in on Blood Rage. Tier 3. Tier 3 is good. Is it better than the regular? Yeah, because she doesn't have an upgraded crossbow. Like, she doesn't have a elemental one, I mean, so. That'll work. Alright. Yeah, even Ross. Excellent. I mean, I just need 2 people to work on this. I can send 2 back here. Who would I want to send back? We could send, Walla needs some experience. Maybe Walla and Asian so that they have a really strong member, ranged member. Asian and Walla. 2 head down there, and then you 2 can work on this. That incursion is about to start any minute now. I don't know where it's going to be coming from. Yeah, I had to take my son's breakfast on it. This here's the place he means. I've really done it, haven't I? This guy's liable to fall in love with me now. Such a nuisance. A bright, cool day. Can I trust you with these secrets? A good and mysterious middle-aged mage has sweeter things than the wall sometimes on his mind. Should I worry about him? Duncan tenderly tucks the rock inside some weatherproof sacking. It's the end of the journey, almost. Dax feeds a frivolous fire. That woman's not back. Good chance she cheated you. Been a long piece of the morning now, hasn't it? Oh, what are you doing there? Nothing. She's coming from the other direction. Not anything? Nope. Guess that's why I didn't spot her. How'd you know that I was there? Oh. Right, I guess it's myself, my inner self, is used to conversing with the world, and so I sometimes see and feel through the things around me, even without meaning to. I am something like the very yours, beloved. You can think of me that way. Sometimes, if you can imagine being a spider in its web. Right, I've heard it put that way. Kind of makes us sound sinister, though. It's interesting that they're both mystics. I've never seen the dialogue when they're both mystics. That's cool. Well, wow. So you're a real mystic? And I also am. And quite handsome to boot, if you don't mind me saying. Oh, who? Me? So about the pool. Oh, well, yes. Anyway, it's where I remember it being. Of course it was. Let's lunch. Let me lie down a moment, and I'll hike with you back up there. Shouldn't take longer than a couple hours. We're still fit, aren't we? The mountainside's still nothing to our bones. So after lingering for a late morning meal, the woman, Galadla, that's easy to say, whose ranch is nearest the mountain, leads them up it. Yeah, the rain'll move the rocks around sometimes, but it's never not the slopes I learned my herbs on. Trickle of water, happy in its path, the damp newtly smells and spicy aroma of cinderbloom. All year round it sings its tune, just like this, never frozen, never too warm or icy, just like this. Little button caps. The kids in Philmond call them yogle huts. Whoops, now I see why you went that way around. Been a holy place sometimes, when lots of holy places was a thing folks needed. Nowadays, we don't think that way, but it is neat. Fed from deep below, I guess, I've heard. Oh, these button caps? Badgers go for these. Badgers are funky. Its original name is one of those hefty to pronounce old words, but it's translated to as Starfall Spring. Starfall Spring. Starfall Spring. Like it? You should see it at night. Know why it's called that? Here we go. Get up here and you can scoot yourself down on your butt. Almost got to, it's so slippery. The rain-smoothed rock is salted with dirt and gravel. Ugh. The mountain continues higher, where it can be heard battling tireless winds. Gray boulders guard the water. Yeah, so this is the pool you were looking for? If it's not, I'd be generally shocked. The name, though, for some reason captures my imagination. I think, as for the name, just wait. It's from how it looks under the stars, like someone knocked a few of them down, to glimmer in the water like beautiful things. Like gemstones, I mean. Is that it? Whoop. So, but I do need to get back and check the Ark for the Dead. I'll come along in a week's time. I'll bring supplies for you. I can't say I feel unguilty about it, but you're very kind, and it's honestly nice. It's nice, and thank you. So, coming back, yeah. Burn some drift moss. I saw some down there. Burn it at the foot of the mountain so we can help you up, carrying whatever you'll spare us. We'll look for smoke then. A week, or 10 days, make it. 10? Yes, but thank you for your outland gallantry, and well, we'll see how it goes. Maybe it won't take so long, whatever you're doing, and you can come spend some time at my ranch. Sure, that could happen. Oh, watch me fall back down and break my... Nope, here we go. Okay, She's smitten, don't you think? No idea what you mean. Guess I wouldn't always be good at addressing it. Denkin studies his instructions once more as the pale light pinkens and passes from the sky. They'll take time, too, to prepare a camp. Of course, the, romantic picked up on it. And it's nice night blossoms. Hey, Dak, come look. In a second, I was prepping a torch. You are a living torch. Your hands and your legs are on fire. You are a torch. No, don't bring a torch. You ruin the, just, hit the vibe sometimes. So Dak clambers up, to gaze on something he'll remember the rest of his life. When did it turn so lovely? It was a moment ago. I turned around to pick this up, and it was sparkling? Well, it's pretty. Magically pretty. So as far as... Oh. As far as our whole stone bathing, this'll be night 1. Ooh, did you see the... Yep, they're perfect, aren't they? Ah, stars. Oh well. So it's night 1. We are trying this. I'm embarrassed suddenly. I get it, but it was the whole thing, right? Yeah, so here. He reaches out, lets the rock down in one palm until it floats, and pulls his arm back. The water feels weird, warmer than air. A phantom sensation lasts on the skin, even after Dinkin withdraws his hand, like an invisible current churning. Didn't feel like that earlier. Yeah? Anyway, we bathe this rock. We start to try and bathe it, yeah. And that's what they'll do. Holding it under, pouring water over it with their cupped hands, watching the water stream off its gleaming smooth surfaces, the buoyant stone fights submersion. They'll wind up taking shifts. Inevitable boredom and mounting exhaustion turn what first seemed a whimsical task into a muscle-chewing challenge. And that's night 1. Yeah. Another night to another, evening to midnight, to the black early hours. The sun peeks in like a puzzled friend each morning, pitying their cold bones and that cramped mountain rock crook. Sometimes, among mindless stretches of they feel peace. Sometimes the world's beauty beats on the hardened senses of even its worst-worn and weariest waves on a rocky coast. Reduces the resistances, reveals dark fresh awe with studied and sun-bleached impressions of things had seemed so solid and permanent. It's 12 days on, overcast at noon, that grinning woman Galadla returns. Figured you wouldn't see my smoke, so I just carry these things up myself. Wee-hoo! Wee-hoo? Wee-hoo. Okay. They take the night off to talk and eat together, enjoying the bread, meat, and wine she's brought. So I did rummage a little, as the brute now keeps the red orchard, and I pruned from him a little sprig of lore I hadn't heard. That this pool was, in fact, made by a star that fell to Earth long, long ago, in the use of sands and water. It's certainly in the name. I don't... Wait, you mean it's because it's Starfall Spring? You think, could that be what it means? The following morning, she's up before both of them. Stealing off in the blush of dawn? It's a roguish exit, I'll give you that. Oh. You don't have to explain. I get it. Okay, well listen, I should probably clear something up. No, I'll go first. I have to apologize. To you. I probably made you think... And Galadla, ranch owner and unfailing windy heart, gives grim accounting of her casually on-leading ways and the beloved husband she has at home, who is not at all deceased, as she may have implied on first meeting Dinkin and Dak. She stoops as she trudges down the mountain, heavy still with the weight of her confession. What? They'll return to the rhythm of their labors. Poor guy. Why were you born this way, Galadla, you scoundrel? Heartbreaker. Several nights pass, and they've continued taking their turns, bathing with the rock and drying by the fire. So, doesn't feel like this needed both of us. Makes me sorry to Dak. That's just what he gets, I guess, being my friend. Hey. Huh? Crackle. Sprack. Flop. Oops, what? The little rock beast paddles and hauls itself ashore. Point. I can't say why, whether it was steeping it in the water for long enough, or just a spark to the soul already, you know? Wackle. We should, at this point, yeah, follow it, you mean? Go, I'll catch up. Already, Dinkin has to hurry, leaping down the night boulders. On a pathless scramble to who knows where. To the left, which is great, because you need to go all the way to the left in a minute. We have an incursion in 16 days. We have a while to go for this. We've almost carved it, but it's still taking a bit. They're heading down there to help with that, and they're securing this site. This is a good ending point. We've got a lot done. And I need to stop in just a little over half an hour. The latest. So I think this would be a good stopping spot. We were 100% finishing Eluna and the Moth next week, unless something really bad happened. Which I'll just be praying it doesn't. I don't know if I'll be using my new computer or not, though, because it should come by then, but I'd have to make sure everything's set up for it, so we'll have to wait and see on that one. But I really do think this is a good spot to be stopping. I got a few things I need to do anyway, and this will give me extra time. So let me go over to the ending scene. Alright, well, what else to say? That was great. I had a lot of fun with that. On Thursday, we have the final half of Steamworld Heist's third area, so that's exciting. That has not changed. The rest of this week should be fine-ish. Saturday's iffy. I don't know if we need to mow or not, so I don't know how that would work, but I should stream earlier anyway, so it should be fine. So yeah. Saturday should be good. I don't know what it's going to be yet, because again, I don't know when my new computer is going to get here. If it gets here in time for me to get it all set up, I have something in mind. If not, we'll be doing a randomized thing. So, it's up in the air, but there's some options, so, we'll see. I'll talk again on Thursday. If my computer hasn't arrived by Thursday, we're probably going to be doing random. So yeah, thank you guys for being here. This was a blast. I had a lot of fun. I'll see really quickly if there's anyone to raid out into, but I think we're probably just gonna end off because I do need to get moving. I'll check really quickly, but I kind of doubt it. And yeah, next week's Tuesday stream, assuming nothing gets in the way, should be finishing up Eluna and the Moth, which it'll probably take the whole stream because we still have quite a bit left to do. If it somehow doesn't, I do have an idea of what I want to do after Eluna and the Moth, so we can always start that. But I kind of doubt that it won't. Alright, let me just put Wildermyth down really quickly because it kind of makes things lag when I'm looking through things, and then I'll see if I can't find somebody to raid out into. At least today we didn't have much lag issues. That was nice. On OBS. On my computer we did, but that's fine. See, the thing is, I had issues with this storyline when I played it before, too, without streaming. So I know it's not just streaming that's gonna cause the problems, because this thing is just... Yeah, it's just... This one's a big one. It's got a lot of different enemies and a lot of just everything going on. No one really at the moment. I didn't think so. I figured as much. Okay, well, I need to get moving anyway, so this works out for me. So you should be able to see this, VOD on YouTube soon, because I'm going to get it uploaded as soon as I'm done here. Start uploading anyway. And beyond that, I got nothing else to say, except hopefully I'll see you guys on Thursday for Steamworld Heist. Thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Deckina47, and I'm signing off.